You can make quick and easy rings that hug your fingers. Hello Live Wires, Heather Boyd Wire here. Today we're making some beautiful and simple rings that hug your fingers and are stackable. So without further ado, let's get wired. Today's featured live wire is Anna. Thank you, Anna, for sharing your spectacular button lobster in the Wire Makers Club, inspired by the Wire Lady TV live stream. You can check out the replay of the live stream linked up in the description below the video. For the simplest hug ring, I am starting with 8 inches of 20 gauge German style wire. I will measure at about 2 inches and take my bail making pliers to bend the wire into a curved loop, and then we're going to straighten it out, and at 2 1/4 inches we are going to bend the wire again. It's in a kind of S formation. So now we are going to make sure it's the right length, and we are going to curve the wires a little bit just to direct them a little bit away from the center. So curve it around with your finger, and we want all 3 wires to be parallel in the center. Pushing them together with your thumb and finger, measure about halfway, holding the wires together, and then with the nylon jaw pliers, hold them all firmly together and wind the wire around to secure them in place. From there we will flip it around, tug that wire a little bit so it's secure, and clip it with the flush cutters. Remove that end, pinch it in place with the chain nose pliers so there's no little pokey bits. We are going to hold the ring again with the nylon jaw pliers and take that other wire and twist it around in the other direction so we can make sure it's finished nicely and all the wires are secured in place. Bring the wire right around, making sure that the wires stay parallel, and clip the end with the flush cutters. Then we'll go in with our chain nose pliers to pinch in that little pokey end. From there we're going to put it on the ring mandrel. I have a stepped wooden ring mandrel, which is nice especially for wider rings. We're going to bring the ends around to curve them in place, press them against the mandrel so they're nicely curved. Remove it, and you can curve them out a little bit more with the wider part of the bail making pliers. Now we're going to just adjust it by hand, and there's your very simple hug ring. We can make one with beads. We're going to take a 10 to 12 inch piece of 20 gauge German style wire and add a 6mm miracle bead about 6 inches from the end, and take that wire and wind it around to surround the bead. Bring it around a full time and then straighten out the wire, and we'll add another bead. Depending on your ring size, we're going to measure it to again about 2 1/4 inches. You might have to do it bigger, and wind the wire around in the other direction to surround that bead. This makes a really nice finished ring with the beads. Very pretty. The 6mm works well for the size of beads. Making sure your wires are parallel, so you have to curve them out a little bit and hold them firmly in place. Hold the wires together near the center and wind one of them around, full turn around to hold the wires together. Flip it, same on the other side. Hold the wires together and take the end and wind it around. My wire's a little long, but always better too long than too short. Clip the ends with the flush cutters or nipper tool. Flip it around
And we're going to clip the other end. Get right in there with your clippers. Pinch in those little pokey ends with the chain nose pliers. Same on the other side. We don't want it to be scratchy. Adjust it as you need. Put it on the ring mandrel, holding it firmly and bringing the beads around to meet in the middle. You might have to go a little smaller to get that curve. Push it against the mandrel. Adjust it by hand, and you can go in with the smaller part of the mandrel to make it even more curved if you need, or adjust it by hand. There's always some little finishing touches that you might have to do to make it the right shape, and it just slides on your finger like that. So pretty. Now we're going to be really ambitious and do one with 3 sets of loops. I'm using my DIY cork jig and I'm pinning down a small pony bead, and we're going to measure and put the other bead about 2 1/4 inches apart. We'll take about 15 inches of the 20 gauge German style wire and bring the wire around the first bead, making sure you push the beads down so they don't pop out of place. And we're going to go back and forth in a kind of infinity sign figure 8 formation. So we want to go down below the bead and then bring it around, up and around, and bring it down below the other bead, holding the wires down so they don't spring up. This is a nice way to get them even. You can do it by hand if you prefer. And we want the wires to finish in the middle, and we want to have 3 loops on both sides. So once we've done all of that, we can remove it from the jig. This part is quite tricky to line up the wires. We do have to curve out those outer wires so they don't get in the way. And we're going to place them together so all the wires are parallel and not overlapping. You might have to curve up and down the loops so they're not bunched together. Take your time with this part to do the adjustments that you need. Fanning them out if you need, but you want the wires right beside each other in the middle, but not overlapping. So just take your time, line them up. Once they're ready, you're going to hold them with the nylon jaw pliers, squeezing them in there so they're right beside each other, holding firmly, and take the wire and we're going to wind it around so all of the wires stay together and they stay beside each other. Definitely a little bit tricky, but you'll get the hang of it. So bring the wire around a couple of times to make sure they're in place. Flip it, hold it on the other side with the nylon jaw pliers, and bring the wire around and around to secure them in place. You can give it a little pinch with the nylon jaw pliers to hold it firmly. Bring it around the other side, another pinch. We finished both wires on the same side, and we'll clip them with the nipper tool or your flush cutters. Get your chain nose pliers to pinch in those little pokey ends. Just push them right in there so they won't be scratchy. Adjust it as you need. Squeeze the wires together, and now you can put it on the ring mandrel, holding it firmly and bringing the wires around. Push them down one at a time, stacking them up so they're not on top of each other. And now we'll do the other side. Bring the loop around and the middle one and the top one, just squeezing them against the mandrel to push them in place. And you can remove it from the mandrel and adjust them by hand. And you could use your bail making pliers to round them out a little bit more if you need. Just go slowly with it. Take your time, just little tiny bends to curve it out. You can put it back on the wooden mandrel to squeeze it and adjust it so they're well positioned. And once you've done that, you see it fits nicely on the finger, a nice wide band. For a slightly easier version, you can do 2 loops. I'm using the jig again. It works quite well for this. You could also use the Artistic Wire Deluxe Jig Kit if you have it. And we're going to bring the wire back and forth, same infinity sign, figure 8 formation, but this time just doing 2 loops on both sides. Bring it around, and we want to finish the wires in the center, curving them out a little bit so they don't get in the way. Remove it from the jig. Continue to curve those outer wires. It's going to be easier to work with when they're curved out. And we want to line up those wires. You want them all to be parallel and they're touching, but they're not overlapping. So squeeze them together, hold it with the nylon jaw pliers towards the middle, just to the right of the middle, and we're going to take one of the wires and bring it around, full turn around to secure those wires in place. Flip it around, hold the other side with the nylon jaw pliers, line up the wires and bring that other wire around, full turn around, finishing it on the same side. Give it a squeeze with the nylon jaw pliers. Clip the end with the flesh cutters or the nipper tool, and pinch in that little pokey end with the chain nose pliers so it's not scratchy. Adjust it as you need. Clip the other end, get right in there with your nipper tool or your flush cutters, and we're going to pinch in that little pokey end. Make sure it's not scratchy, and do any little adjustments that you need. Straighten out the loops. Put it on the ring mandrel. Hold it firmly with your thumbs and curve those loops around. Squeeze against the mandrel to make it nice and round. Push with your thumbs to get them right around. Push them. And then you could remove it. You can put it on a metal mandrel and hammer it as well to stiffen it up and to fix the shape as you like. And there's your beautiful ring with the 2 loops. And I'll link up another tutorial for these super cute hug rings made with hand shapes.
Thanks so much for watching the video. Be sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for lots more wire art and jewelry making tutorials. Join the Wire Makers Club on Facebook to share pictures of your wire art and wire jewelry. Hop over to the Wire Lady TV channel every Wednesday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time, where I troubleshoot new ideas for wire art and jewelry, and I welcome your ideas and special requests. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you the next time.